Usually, Rogue plays like semi macro game in the first game of especially in BO3 series, and then depending on the outcome, usually second game he tends to all in. So, but the funny thing is that almost always it goes into some form of an all in because if he wins with like a mid game timing attack or just a straight up macro game in the first game, then he tries to cheese or all in the opponent regardless of the matchup. Um, if he loses in a fashion that he cannot accept and he types 1G, next game he's going full ham for sure. So if
Okay.
DRG is fully aware of Rogue's tendency,
Hmm.
then you should be able to game plan quite easily. Like game planning versus Rogue, I think tendency wise is not a hard task. It's just how you execute things in game is the hard
Okay.
task. So
Because that is like
because
a big thing people say about Rogue, right? How he's super good in the longest series. So he always wins the longest series, the best of five, sevens, and stuff. But you're
and
saying
that's why
you think he's
go on.
easier to read into than perhaps, or
Well, I think that's why like Scarlet had some success against Rogue as well because like she
yeah.
took down Rogue in like round of 32 in GSL a few years ago and stuff because
Hmm.
like I think tendency wise as aforementioned is not that hard to read because if you look at Rogue's successful runs
Hmm.
in premier tournaments as well like GSL or like I am Katowice when he won. Um, he will always like go for that mid game timing attack, followed by some crazy all in, and then really stay up in terms of the scoreboard. And then he really tries to dictate the mind game and the pace from there. So
Yeah.
it's just only a matter of if you can execute your game plan properly to go up against Rogue,
Hmm.
then DRG definitely has a chance. So it
Yeah.
all comes down to the execution process. And the more variable it has in this matchup is because it's mirror matchup. So, and one slip away, it can really hurt you. It can really swing the pendulum in one player's favor.
Yeah. I think you just beautifully encapsulated Rogue's playstyle, really. As you were saying it, I was just thinking about like all those mid-game, like massive Mutalisk pushes. He does it quite often as well. Or just the roaches, Nidus networks, the whole shebang.
And he loves his Roach plus Raptor.
Hmm.
He loves his Mutas. And then he's also very so Rogue's one of Rogue's strengths is that he's very versatile in
Yeah.
terms of the composition usage. Well, sometimes he can be really stubborn. Like when he's on top of his game, he's very flexible in terms of transitioning from one composition to another in the game.
Hmm.
But when he's not, then he tends to be really stubborn and he really tries to like just force the issue, and then it really backfires,
Right.
which like happened with Cyril as well. So
No, with
you
forcing the
know,
issue, you mean trying to be too aggressive, perhaps.
yeah, and just trying to get on the opposition's face and just trying to
Yeah.
just brute force things.
Just
But you
slowly
can't.
smother his opponents.
But you can't always brute force everything in this game. So
Hmm.
I think it's just going to boil down to the execution and how fluid can you be in terms of your gameplay as the game drags longer. Now you can see DRG going for the melee attack upgrade
Hmm.
versus Rogue's carapace upgrade, along with the Roach Horn. He's trying to get additional sustainability for his Roaches and Lings against the Banes of DRG. Uh,
I think the DRG is
DRG
gonna go for
also,
the Mutalisk probably here, right? Seeing the 6 gas go up fairly quickly as well.
yeah, he's getting the Roach Warren for, I think, safety purposes.
Hmm.
And just in case if Rogue comes out with some Roach attack, then he can respawn it immediately. But most likely, yeah, because Well, he's not mining the 5th and 6th guess because he doesn't want to show it, because then it will be blatantly obvious that he's going to mute us.
Yeah.
Like, building them in the first place is quite obvious, but if you're actually mining, like, from now, and then that's like really telling your opponent, hey, here's a Spire.
So what I feel like could happen here is maybe seeing all these roaches still being produced, Rogue realizing that Mutalisk could be a likely scenario. I just try to push in there before the Mutalisk really become too much of an issue. When there's not that many Mutalisks just yet, you manage to do a bit of economic hurt on your opponents. You know, these roaches, they're not gonna get killed by Mutalisk. And then you force the issue for your opponent, like, do I still go Mutalisk and very, very slowly deal damage to these roaches, or do I try to catch up on roaches now, even though I'm the one already investing into other tech paths?
Yeah, and also because that Baning plus Ling harassment at the 3rd, DRG's timing on the spine crawlers were later than usual as well. He's gonna have even more difficult time actually holding this.
Yeah.
Even with the wall there.
Time, that is too slow, but the Queens and the Zerglings trying their best to keep them in place. Does he have enough time here? I don't know if he can have enough time actually, but those Zerglings coming in as well.
Once the Ling reinforcements are here, it's over because he can't keep the wall. Yep, GG.
Well played, well played.
And then he just did like whatever, like exactly what he just game planned. And then Rogue was like, "Oh, you're gonna do that? All right, thanks, buddy, for telegraphing. Here I come." And then DRG just didn't have enough to stop. And that second harassment with the Lynx plus the Bane did not only get the information on the 5th and 6th gas mining, but also it caused enough distraction for DRG to not start the spine crawlers immediately. Because DRG should have known that roaches will be coming. So he would have started planting those spine crawlers immediately. But because of that distraction, that timing got delayed, and then spine crawlers actually take quite a while to build. So, and then, you know, by the time Rogue was already in DRG's face.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a tough call to make, right? Putting those spine crawlers down, it is such an investment as well. Still, yeah, I guess he was trying to get Zerglings across the map, trying to figure it out, but like you said, it just wasn't in time anymore. But even then, with the amount of roaches and Zerglings arriving in that location, I'm not sure if you hold, even if those 7 spine crawlers are there right off the bat, you know?
I mean, if you had the spines up, the 5 spines up, then, you know, I don't think he would have, like, relinquished the wall that easily. Because he had, like, a couple of transfuses available, so he would have bought, like, extra, like, few seconds, and then you pull the drones, and then, you know, try to surround the spines, and then, you know, spines do the work. Yeah, you will lose a drone count, but once you can build a certain number of mutas, then you can actually, you know, counter pressure the opponent and stuff, which Rogue did versus Ragnarok in recent GSL at round 10. So, and now Rogue, as I aforementioned, he's gonna go pretty aggressive. He went pull first, so he went gas pull, and then DRG just went standard hedge first, followed by gas pull. So there will be a window of timing for Rogue to capitalize using the faster metabolic boost compared to that of DRG. The DRG needs to be really cautious.
Is there an actual chance of him getting this hatchery here? I wonder, like, now taking the fight.
I don't think so, because the queen is about to pop out, but I think DRG engaged a little bit too early, but still was able to clear out.
We may be a little bit further apart now. I'm at 250, 51. Maybe a quick refresh. Try it.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine, man. It's we don't know until we know, you know, and that's the first time we're like, wait a moment.
Are we at 308?
310, 11. That's close enough. Yeah. Okay. Alright, moving in again with these Zerglings. I mean, it's low HP, but again, I don't think you're gonna get this. Fine. I guess you
gotta be a little bit more pressure.
Move out.
Yeah, but you need to be really, be careful. Because Rogue has the link number advantage, so if DRG makes one mistake, this can actually just end the game right here.
I think it might. Oh no, the transfuse is there. That King just barely staying alive, getting a couple more circles through. That hatchery
Well,
actually.
Well, 3 Banes on the way. There's the 1 Bane. The 1 Bane complete. Oh, he lost the next one. Yeah, because 3 were morphing, and then is now right now 1 morphing, so 2 must be somewhere.
Oh, I missed that entirely, I guess. See
So natural being reconstructed.
There they are.
Okay, so it was at the 4. It wasn't near his base. Okay. If he had the banelings at his near his base, then it would have been much better. He might have even saved that natural.
Yeah. Well, it's.
What are you doing?
Why is gonna lose these
oh my god.
as well.
Yeah, he was going for the jackpot. You should have detonated sooner, I think.
He's like, I know you've seen these, but they're still gonna work. Don't you worry about it.
Yeah, but now he has Rogue has double production versus only single production coming off from DRG.
Yeah, this might be a rough one. There it is, GG.
GG.
Not the series you hope for as the final one, but I guess that is just what happens. It's the Korean ZVZ, right? We all know and love.